My squat was 245, deadlift 315, and bench 195. It's part 2, powerlifting time. Realistic goal today would maybe be 265. Failed that last time, got it this time.
Hold it up, we gon' burn it down.
Hey YouTube, what's up? It's Justin, bringing you guys a brand new video. So today I'm going to be showing you guys my results for the 4 weeks of James English's power building program and just kind of what I thought about it. First off, I'm going to show you guys how much strength I gained. So if you guys remember last time, my squat was 245, deadlift 315, and bench 195. So I maxed out today. I'm going to show you guys that in a second. I'm also going to give you guys a little overview of like the app and like how the program actually works. And I'm going to kind of tell you guys, you know, the good, the things I liked, and then the bad, the things that like probably change or like thought weren't really the best compared to other programs. Now I'll also show you guys how my physique changed. It's a little bright. Show you guys how my physique changed over the 4 weeks. I mean, obviously it's not going to be a lot just because it's only 4 weeks that I ran it. Let's get started. Make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe. Yeah, I'll show you guys the max footage. You guys might be surprised on some of them, so see you guys in a minute. All right, so we're at the gym now. We're gonna be maxing out squats first, squat, deadlift, bench. It's part 2, powerlifting time. These smell absolutely terrible, guys. I need to wash them when I go home. We got the Converse, we're gonna get the belt on, and we're gonna get to work. So last time was 245 is what I maxed out at. Realistic goal today would maybe be 265, but we'll just have to see. So yeah, we're gonna work way up there and see how it goes. So let's get into it. Oh God, well, failed that last time, got it this time. Feels pretty good, man, feels pretty good. We got 275, so last time I failed that, if you guys remember the last max up video, whenever I started this, I only got 245s, up 30 pounds. I don't want to risk injury, so we're just gonna stop it there. 30-pound increase, which is great. Then we got deadlifts. Last time with deadlifts, I just did 315, failed 330, so hopefully we can hit 330 and maybe a little bit more, who knows. Feel really good though, I double scooped pre today. Didn't take pre-workout all week and took it a little bit last week, so I feel really good on the pre right now. My tolerance is a little bit down too on caffeine because I haven't been drinking as much. So yeah, let's get into deadlifts. I was not expecting that actually. Big jump from 315, failed 330 last time. So that's it for deadlifts. Then that's like a 30-pound jump. So now we're gonna do bench to finish off, see the program results. So far, great start. Bench, last time I did 195, I had that pec injury, I still do a little bit. So it might only be like 200. But we'll see how it feels today. I haven't been hitting chest for a few days now. After this, I'm gonna take a break for like 1 to 2 weeks of chest just to let it heal up. Yeah, we'll see what we got on bench, hopefully 200, 205, something like that. And then we should be done with the results, maxing out. So see you guys over at the bench.
I want you to stay. I want you to stay. I want you to stay. I want you to stay.
that was 200. I failed it. Last time I did 195. Again, guys, I have like a pec injury right now. I'm actually taking 2 weeks off at chest, by the way. I think I already said that earlier, so I'm not even mad. That was pretty painful in itself. I mean, I obviously would have liked to got that. It's all good. I'm just happy because obviously I PR'd by a lot on the squat and deadlift. Chest is just kind of a wash just because, again, I've been dealing with this injury and it's kind of got worse again. One of the days I was benching, pause benching, I fucked it up again, and yeah, it's been pretty painful ever since. Squat, we went from 245 to 275. Deadlift, we went from 315 to 345. Then bench, 195 to failing 200. I don't really know about that one. That's the results for the program. All right, guys, so yeah, that was my max out. Yeah, squat jumped up 245 to 275, which I failed last time. Deadlift went up 315 to 345, and I failed 330 last time. And then bench, well, we just don't need to talk about that. So first off, I'm gonna give you guys a little overview of the app. All right, so when you guys open up the app, you will see a picture of James in a loading screen. It has log my journey, it has the program. So as you guys can see, I was on week 4. So if you scroll over, let's go to week 1. We have each week in the program. And you just click on the day. So let's click on day 1 real quick. And this is a leg day. So yeah, it just gives you guys pretty much just what exercise to do and then the reps and sets. And if you click on this little light bulb, just show you guys like a slight little brief explanation. So that one, it says top set triple on squats. And also it has this log my journey feature. So you pretty much can put your photos each week and your weight to update it. Here, because you guys can see my weight gained 4 pounds on the program. Body fat, I mean, that's not really, I didn't really track that. I don't know why it had changed on that. Then you go to photo. So yeah, that's me week 1 to week 4. So yeah, not really a crazy change. I feel like in the little side chest, you guys can see the most difference. I feel like my leg thickness is definitely a lot thicker. That's the little photo journey feature. Then also when you guys go to each exercise, you can click on it, and it will give you a video that pretty much just shows you proper form. He kind of talks over it, tells you what to do on it. A pretty good feature to have if you guys ever have questions about form. So now we're gonna talk about the things I liked about it, kind of the good stuff. So first off, I think it had a really good balance between powerlifting and bodybuilding. You know, a lot of programs I've ran, like the David Lay DUP or Russ Swoles, I feel like sometimes they kind of favor, one or the other, power building or bodybuilding. This one had a really good balance. Wasn't too intense on the compounds and had, a good amount of accessories. There's only like 6 exercises total every day. So it wasn't really much burnout. Other than my chest, which was injured before, I didn't have any injuries that I got throughout the program. And also the app, going back to that, it was really smooth. If you guys know Dylan McKenna, he has a program, it's called like the Power Effect. And whenever I had that app, it wasn't as smooth as this one. Every time I'd open it up, I'd have to like re-sign in and do a whole bunch of stuff. This one's really smooth. You just open it up, you have all your stuff there. I also really like the My Journey feature in the app, just the Resolute Fitness. I think other people probably could do programs through there. That's just what James does. Yeah, I really like that. It's just nice to have your progress, and it shows kind of, your starting point to where you are now. Shows your weight change. Obviously, you can put in other measurements like your arms, your waist, whatever you want to do. I think that's a really cool feature. And also the exercise videos are nice. Just because if you ever have questions about form for a specific exercise that maybe you haven't done before, it will show you guys how to do that. Some of the things I just hadn't done before, especially some of the accessories. So it was good to be able to hear him talk through it, what you're supposed to do about hand placement, maybe just, what's supposed to be activated, what muscles are getting worked. And then last would be that, the program updates every 4 weeks. So, once the 4 weeks is over, it gives you guys a whole new program. I mean, it's very similar, just switches up a few things with like sets, reps, exercises, but it is $20 a month. So it's kind of expensive for a program, but it does update, which is nice. So now the bad, or like what I would critique about it, there are just a few things. First of all, a lot of programs, David Lage, you put in like your maxes and it gives you guys what to lift. Or other ones, they might give you guys an RPE or like a percentage to lift off based off your max. This one doesn't really give you anything. It kind of just says the sets and reps. You don't really know exactly how much to lift. If you're more intermediate to advanced, you'd probably know. But if you're not, if you're kind of more beginner or even intermediate, and you just don't want to know how much to do, that's a little bit difficult. I kind of like it when it says the percentage, because then the next week it will give like a little bit higher percentage, so then you don't have to track your weight lifted as much. Also, number 2, I think it might have been possibly outdated. Just some of the videos seem to be James whenever he was like younger. Also, just watching his YouTube videos, I don't know if he really trains like how he does in these anymore, which I mean isn't necessarily a bad thing. I think this is a really good program, especially for natural lifters, and obviously he's not natural anymore. But it might be a little outdated because again, he looks pretty young in some of the exercise videos. Number 3 is whenever you actually sign up, it says that there's a private Facebook group, and to my knowledge, there is no longer a private Facebook group, which that probably needs to be updated whenever you get programmed, because I emailed them about it and they said it's no longer active. There's no longer a Facebook group if you guys buy the program, just so you guys know. And then last, it's a little bit simple and vague in like the explanations. Again, you could put a lot more into it, like where it said just top set triple on squats. You could definitely put a lot more into it. You give kind of full explanation on every single exercise, again, how much you should be lifting, things like that. It's a little bit vague for $20 a month. I mean, that's pretty expensive for a program. So yeah, that's pretty much it for like the good, the bad, kind of my critiques. Again, you know, really good program. Definitely would recommend it. I really, obviously, you guys could see I had the strength gains just in 4 weeks, which is great. So now we're gonna look at my physique. So just looking at it, I mean, obviously 4 weeks isn't a lot of time, but kind of like the first shot, just more straight on. You know, I look pretty similar. I think you can see maybe in like the upper chest, a little bit more development, maybe in the traps a little bit, slightly more developed, and just looking fuller. I was eating the same amount of calories the whole time, 3,000, and then I think the last week 3,100, so basically the same. So yeah, not too much change there. I think I'd look pretty much the same leanness, maybe just slightly fuller. And obviously the second shot, one of them I'm vacuuming, so it's not like too comparable. Again, I definitely think I look just fuller up here. And the lats and the arms, they look a bit bigger to me, but it could just be the angle. The angles are slightly different. In my opinion, side chest is where you can really see the difference. If you guys look at my arm, I feel like it definitely looks a little bit more developed. It looks fuller, it looks slightly larger. I also think, you know, my chest is popping out a little bit more in the side chest. I mean, if you look at my Instagram, I feel like you can tell that like the side chest pictures are starting to look a lot better. Definitely think that is a good angle to kind of see the progress. I mean, again, it's only 4 weeks, it's very slight. All right, then when it comes to back, I mean, the lat spread, I'm kind of angled in the other one. So whenever I ended the program, I'm a little angled. So I feel like I look actually bigger in the before. But if you guys really look closely, you can see more development in my back in the after. Just looking kind of, just the muscle as a whole, you guys can see just a lot more development there. But again, you know, the angles are a little messed up. And then whenever I go the full, the angles are a little bit different. One's angled a little bit up more. So I feel like I look wider in the before. Just angles aside, if you really look at the muscle development in the after, you can see slight improvements, which again, 4 weeks, that's really good to see any improvement at all. And then last, we got the legs. So again, the angle in the before, it looks a little bit better. It makes my legs look bigger. But if you look in the after, you guys can see, you know, overall more development, more striations. My legs definitely grew, and I think you can really see that whenever I hit the side chest, just the overall thickness of my legs. So in this, it's not quite as big as the first picture just because of the angles, but again, you can kind of see the development. You know, there was a lot of development in my legs. Obviously my legs got stronger just because my squat max went up by 30 pounds or whatever it was in that short amount of time. Then also, I think I look pretty much the same leanness. I don't really think I gained much fat during this program, which is great because again, you know, I was pretty strict on calories. The overall weight gain on this program, 168 to 172 pounds. So in a month, I gained 4 pounds off the program. Again, you know, that could be from adding in calories, just that kind of initial gaining phase. I feel like when you first start bulking, you kind of gain a little bit more weight off the bat. It's because you hold more water. 168 to 172. I don't really remember the exact decimals, but you know, that's kind of just the range. Definitely put on, you know, a slight little bit of lean mass, maybe holding a little bit of water. Some closing thoughts. I definitely recommend this program for anyone who's like intermediate, even advanced. If you're natural, probably a really good program for you, just because again, you know, the balance between strength and aesthetics, powerlifting and bodybuilding is really good in this. Also, you know, if you're lean bulking, I think it's great because again, the intensity isn't too hard. So if you were like me, where, you know, you had this, you know, extreme calorie deficit on your cut, you're slowly adding in calories, I feel like this program, you can really gauge it well, kind of go at your own pace, just slowly add weight and progressive overload. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the James English program. Did it for 4 weeks. So next week, I said I was gonna start Turkesterone and do that little 6-week cycle transformation, but I'm gonna wait until the following week or the next week, probably the following week, just because again, the pec injury, I want to give it time to rest. And whenever I take Turkesterone, just to get the best results possible, just to see how effective it is, I really want this to be healed. So next week's video will not be starting Turkesterone. That should be following week. If you guys want to see that, make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe, stay tuned for that. We're going on the natty steroids, boys. Let's get this focused. Yeah, Turkesterone. So yeah, basically it's like a natural strength building supplement. I don't know, it's not a steroid. So make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe. I'm going home, it's fall break, I'm excited. See you guys next week. Peace out.